Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky visited Turkey to garner support for Ukraine's NATO membership bid, and he received strong backing from Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Erdogan stated unequivocally that Ukraine deserves to become a member of the military alliance. Turkey has been attempting to maintain close relations with both Ukraine and Russia. Erdogan also mentioned his expectation of a visit from Russian President Vladimir Putin in the coming month. Erdogan's support for Ukraine's NATO bid can be seen as part of his careful balancing act, which he has maintained since the beginning of the conflict. While providing significant military support to Ukraine, including crucial military drones during the early days of the campaign against Russia's offensive. This delicate balancing act, with strong support for Ukraine's NATO aspirations, is likely to displease Russia. Erdogan has chosen not to enforce sanctions against Russia. However, Erdogan can use his stance to defend against critics who argue that Turkey should have imposed sanctions on Russia. It is vital for Russia that Turkey remains a country free of sanctions due to its importance to the Russian economy. Another factor in Erdogan's support for Ukraine's NATO membership bid may be his desire to strengthen his own role within NATO. Currently, Erdogan is blocking Sweden's aspirations to join NATO, despite immense pressure from key NATO leaders. This pressure is expected to intensify at the upcoming Vilnius summit. Erdogan insists on receiving more concessions from Sweden, citing concerns about Turkey's security. By showing support for Ukraine's NATO bid, Erdogan highlights the significance of Turkey as a key NATO member. This maneuver serves Erdogan's careful balancing act and his objective of advancing Turkey's agenda. Turkey has its own set of demands from Sweden, which include cracking down on Kurdish separatist groups. Particularly the PKK, which has been engaged in a decades-long conflict with the Turkish state. Turkey also has demands from the United States, with a crucial aim being the securement of a major military fighter jet sale. President Biden to visit Turkey. As Biden is the only U.S. Erdogan is also seeking an invitation from U.S. President who has not extended such an invitation. Erdogan is disappointed about this and will be looking for concessions from Biden as part of a potential agreement that may allow Sweden to join NATO next week. Regarding Erdogan's relationship with Russia, he aims to negotiate an extension to the Black Sea grain export deal from Ukraine. Erdogan expressed his desire for the grain deal to be longer than the current 2-month period, proposing a 3-month extension. He emphasized the importance of the grain deal for the world, as over 30 million tons of grain have been exported, primarily to countries in Africa that are most in need. Erdogan, who played a role in brokering the deal through the United Nations, will use his influence on Moscow to persuade Russia to extend and continue the grain deal. Furthermore, Erdogan announced that he expects Putin to visit Turkey next month, highlighting his unique position of having close ties with both Ukrainian and Russian leaders. This expertise and influence will likely be utilized, including within the United Nations, to potentially extend the grain deal later this month. Overall, Erdogan's support for Ukraine's NATO bid aligns with his careful balancing act, aims to strengthen Turkey's role in NATO, and serves Turkey's broader agenda. Erdogan's expectations for concessions from Sweden, the United States, and negotiations with Russia regarding the grain deal are all part of his multifaceted strategy,